This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel, back here at Nomad RVs in Toms River, New Jersey. Nomad Steve is going to give us a tour of his newest camper van creation, so join us.
Patrick, appreciate you stopping by before the customer comes to grab this vehicle. It is a 2023 all-wheel drive 170 non-extended. They supply the vehicle, we supply everything else. Can't wait to show you. As you come in, you've got nice side steps to get up. I mentioned this is the all-wheel drive. This is the 4-cylinder, brand new high output. This stuff is awesome. This motor is great. The bi-turbo works awesome. We got swivel seats that we added. They didn't come factory, which is probably the only option missing on this. It still has a 10-1/4 screen, power seats, LED headlights, all that stuff, paint match bumpers on it. There's a ton going on in here. We added a foldable chair in the front here. That way you can sit forward comfortably. Great table. Everyone can hang out, play cards, do what they got to do. Later we'll show you how that flips up and stuff. On the floor, we have waterproof vinyl, 3/4 inch floor below that, the subfloor, then 1/2 inch polyiso. That's how we get the insulation there. On the topic of insulation, we have Thinsulate, double on the walls, single on the ceiling, great R values. You have Van Essentials bug screens. They're up now for easy filming. They drop down, door's magnetic, zipper on the other side. Above the cab here, you do have a vanlife components headliner shelf. It does have a curtain bar here. There is blackout shades, magnetic. You can see one there for all the windows in this van. I'm going to pop this out of the way for us. So that could fold up out of the way. Above it is vanlife components J channel. That's also going to have these two 18-inch bags. They pop off. You can bring them inside. You can unzip them, pack everything, and then bring it back when you want to use them. Great for clothes and other items. You can't see it now, but when I was sitting I was blocking it, but there is USBs, there is 120 here, everything you want. Behind the seat is your dimmable lights, one for the ceiling lights, one for the shower. And while we're looking in this corner, we're going to show you the table that goes on this bench here. So this comes out. There is a little lever down here that you flip over. You can stabilize the entire chair, and then this table clicks in, and now you got another work area. So if I was on the other side, I'm using the sink, and you got a spot here to put dishes and stuff, wash them, or prepping, all that stuff in the kitchen area, and still space to get through if you wanted to. So behind the chair, you have this awesome shower. It is 24 inches by 36 inches. You have the self-cleaning shower door. Customer opted for cassette toilet. We have other options for that, but that's what this customer wanted. 2 dimmable LED lights. This stuff is pretty cool. This is synthetic teak. We got it from a company down in Miami that does them for all the big yachts down there. So that's all put in. He wanted all the brushed gold look. Came out pretty nice. Pretty happy with that. It looks pretty awesome. And this stuff will last forever. It's sandable too. If it ever got roughed up, you can sand it, kind of refinish it, and go from there. Up in front here, you have your Max Air fan. That is behind one of the Van Essentials magnetic covers. Just snaps right up. Super simple. As we jump to the kitchen side, so you have your quartz countertop, super deep sink. Sink was so big that we actually had to offset the faucet, which actually came out pretty awesome. I was pretty stoked on that. Got your little sponge spot. Small little gray tank. That's going to hold other items too. Then you got your pantry. 3 drawers that pull out from there. Beyond that, more drawers, because who doesn't like more drawer space? You got 3 of those. Customer came up with this design. Vertical lines is what he wanted. He saw it somewhere on the internet. We figured out the math and made it work. And then you got a big old drawer there, or door rather, with 2 shelving spots. On the back wall, we got switches here. Your water pump, water heater, and dump valve. You got your Victron. It's going to show you everything, what's going on in fresh water. It's 41%, wastewater is 0, which is the gray tank for the shower. We'll talk about that later, but it's a 20-gallon gray tank underneath there. Continuing down, obviously your power for your induction cooktop or anything else you need up here. You have your heater, more DC stuff, cigarette lighter, and USBs. You got your nice little tile backsplash. And then you have a switch here. That's actually for a switch outlet that's in the garage. It's hidden. That is for a Starlink. So on the ceiling, or on the roof rather, there is a Starlink along with a Wii Boost, which is what this little guy here is too, because this guy does not want to be stranded. So we got Starlink and Wii Boost, plenty of ways to get to, reach out to everybody. You have your microwave, stainless contour, great stuff. You got about 8 feet of cabinets here. They all hinge open to the top. Plenty of space in here. Behind me, above the bed, I'll move out of the way so you guys can see it. That is a queen size bed. They're extra depth extended pods, so it's 60 by 80 inside the pods. Obviously the bed just gets notched around for where the walls are. But above the bed is a 12-volt air conditioning. That's the Dometic RTX 2000. You can also see back there, you have your night lights, and they have USBs in them too. Then you have your step to get in. That's a little pocket there. That way you can get up into the bed since it's high up. We have more storage. So that's going to hold hangers and stuff. And then easy access for the Wii Boost is the way to turn it on and off. Just down here is a little button. Just simple for the customer if you ever wanted to turn it on and off. Then you have your Dometic. This is the CRX 110 stainless. It's got the freezer in it too. It's off now. Awesome stuff. Below that, you have your heater. So it's an S-Par S2D2. It auto elevates up to almost 10,000 feet. That runs off your diesel tank. You got one port here for the exhaust and one in the garage, which we'll show you later. Up above on the flatline Vanco roof rack, you have your Fiamma awning. That is 11.5 foot awning. On the ceiling there, roof rather, you have 525 watts of solar. We showed you the Max Air fan. There's a Starlink up there, the AC, and your Wii Boost antenna too. We added AM sliding window and the sliding door. That has a screen on the inside. It's actually perfect where the faucet is if you want to shoot some water outside for any reason. You'll see the bed lined extension pods, backline expedition gear. These are insulated, super strong, awesome stuff. Great factor that they're only insulated pods out there. You don't have to do anything to them. We carpet on the inside. Then you have your Alvans. So this is the classic box. And there you can see a couple items that's for the customers next to your shower port and their plug for their shore power. We also put the box low enough that you can fit a fuel tank up here, like a Rotopax or something else. There's additional items up there. Flatline Vanco tire carrier. We'll open the doors in a minute, but on the side here you have your shore power. You have a solar port that can do up to 400 watts. You have your flatline Vanco ladder to get up there to clean your solar panels. There's not really much room up there for anything else. More side steps. The 20-gallon gray tank is underneath back here. That's going to have, we told you about the switch inside, so you can add your hose to it, put that in a responsible way to dump that. It's also a gray tank heater pad. We'll show you where that flips on back here. So you might have saw from the front, but this is another Van Essential bug screen down here. This folds down. It's actually bug screen on top. This folds down. It's blackout. There's a blackout on top, even though it has insulated curtains for your windows here. Then you have all your access. So you have your gray tank, your fresh tank filler, 30 gallons. In here is access to your hot water tank. That's a 12-volt, 2.5 gallon tank. It also has all your valves, dump valves, switches for wanting to winterize. Below that was exterior shower port, hot and cold. Inside here, additional storage. It's going to be a way to winterize. We're actually going to do a small video on that and get that out so people that our customers want them to know how to do it. More lights in here. That's your Wii Boost extender. You have your other exhaust for your furnace. Access to 110 breakers, access to 12-volt fuses, access to everything else you would ever need to, including your cutoff switches, fuses, all that. If anyone ever had to access everything, all this comes off. It is separated down here, so this can come off with this giant tray still in place. It is massive. This is gigantic. This is 52 inches by over 30 inches wide. Plenty of space in there. They're supposed to be 500-pound slides. Realistically, just call them 300. It's plenty of weight anyway. lock in and out. These are your switches. When you looked inside, the lights were already on. We briefly mentioned about that Victron component inside, like you see the tanks, but as you're filling, you can also see everything here. You can see your battery percentage, you can see your fresh tank, you can see your gray tank, it's 0. Your black is disconnected because there is no black tank on this. This is all your venting, and then this is your gray tank heater pad. So you turn that on, it's self-regulating, don't have to worry about anything.
Steve, thank you very much for taking the time today to give us a tour of your awesome creation. Brand new Sprinter all-wheel drive with the 4-cylinder twin-turbo engine. I like that seat. I've seen them on pictures online, but I've never seen one in person. I love the fact that it acts as a table. You can seat 2 extra people. You can seat 4 people around a dinette. Is that something new you're going to start using a lot?
So we're going to start doing it more. We are RVA certified, so we're going to offer that for people that have kids, builds that we build to sell, and just options for more seating and more sleeping. So we do air matches up front. You know, this was very customer specific on this van. So build like this starts around 70,000 with all his upgrades and add-ons and stuff. We ended up closer to 80,000 or so. But that just give you an idea where you at. Everything changes right now. We are booked out fairly far, but you know, roughly where it's at the time of filming, basically.
I'm sure we'll be back for another tour. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. I'll make sure to link in the description so you can get in contact with Steve on his website and social media. See you next time.